we're diving into a fascinating piece of American numismatic history, the 1995 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny. Could this humble penny in your pocket be worth thousands of dollars? Stick around, because we're breaking down its history, minting details, and how to spot the rare ones that collectors are paying a fortune for. The 1995 D. Lincoln penny was minted at the Denver Mint, known for its iconic D-Mint mark located just below the date on the coin. Over 7 billion of these pennies were struck, making it a common coin at face value. But here's the twist. Not all of these pennies are created equal. Some carry unique errors or rare qualities that make them stand out in the world of coin collecting. The obverse of the penny features the timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner back in 1909. The reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial, which was in use on the penny from 1959 to 2008. Now, while the 1995 D penny might look ordinary at first glance, certain features, like minting errors or high-grade condition, make these coins extraordinary. Keep watching to learn how to spot these moneymakers. Look out for die cracks, off-center strikes, or double dies. Although double dies on the 1995 D are less common than on the 1995 Philadelphia coins, rare examples could fetch high prices. Coins graded MS-67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are incredibly scarce. Out of billions minted, very few survive in such pristine condition due to wear and tear from circulation. Pennies with a brilliant red RD finish tend to fetch higher values compared to those with brown or red-brown finishes. In recent years, collectors have paid jaw-dropping amounts for these coins. A 1995 D penny graded MS-68 RD by PCGS sold for over $1,500 at auction. And that's just for one penny. So imagine the value of an even rarer example. If your penny is a combination of error and high grade, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Use a magnifying glass to look for double dies, die cracks, or any anomalies. Compare your coin's condition with online images or consider professional grading. A shiny red penny is far more valuable than a brown one. Submit your coin to PCGS or NGC for certification and grading. So, the next time you're sorting through your change, keep an eye out for the 1995 D Lincoln penny. Whether it's an error, high grade, or just a beautiful coin, it might be worth far more than 1 cent. Who knows? You could uncover a hidden gem worth thousands of dollars. Hey there, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1988 D-Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that many people overlook but could actually be worth thousands of dollars. Stick around to find out why this penny is so special, what errors to look for, and how much these gems are selling for in today's market. The 1988 D. Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, Colorado, with over 5.25 billion coins produced that year. While that might sound like a lot, not all 1988 D pennies are created equal. This penny is part of the famous Lincoln Memorial Reverse Series, which ran from 1959 to 2008, honoring the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The coin features Victor David Brenner's iconic bust of Lincoln on the obverse and Frank Gasparo's depiction of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Now, let's get to the good stuff. Why is a humble penny minted in 1988 fetching thousands of dollars? The answer lies in minting errors and varieties. One of the most valuable errors is the 1988 D penny with the 1989 reverse design. This rare variety happens when the mint mistakenly used dies intended for the following year. The easiest way to spot this is by examining the designer's initials, FG, located to the right of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. If the initials are closer to the building and have a sharper style, you may have a transitional error coin. On screen, side-by-side comparison of the FG design from 1988 versus 1989 pennies. Keep an eye out for doubling on key areas like Lincoln's face, the date, or the lettering on both the obverse and reverse. Double die errors can make even a well-worn penny skyrocket in value. Off-center strikes, clips, and other minting blunders can also add significant value to your 1988 D penny. These unique coins are highly sought after by error collectors. Alright, so how much are these pennies actually worth? Let's break it down. Text chart listing coin grades and values. If your 1988 D penny is in average circulated condition, it's typically worth just 1 cent to 5 cents. But don't give up hope yet. If you have a penny in near-perfect mint state, MS65 or higher, condition, it can fetch $15 to $50 at auctions. Here's where it gets exciting. 1988 D pennies with rare errors, like the 1989 reverse design, can sell for $1,000 to $3,000 or more, depending on their condition and rarity. One such coin sold for over $3,500 at auction. Auction footage of a rare penny being sold. Use a magnifying glass or a coin microscope to closely examine the FG initials. If they match the 1989 style, you've struck gold, literally. If you think you have a high-grade or error coin, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can dramatically increase its value. List your coin on auction sites like eBay, or take it to a professional coin dealer to get the best price. So, the next time you're sorting through your spare change, don't overlook those 1988 D Lincoln pennies. You might just have a fortune hiding in plain sight. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin tips, and leave a comment below if you've ever found a valuable penny. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1970 D Lincoln cent. From its intriguing history to the rare and valuable varieties collectors are hunting for, this little coin might just surprise you. The 1970 D Lincoln penny was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the United States' most prolific coin-producing facilities. This coin was part of the Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. On the obverse, we see Abraham Lincoln's iconic profile, designed by Victor David Brenner, which first appeared in 1909. The reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. A classic design, but it holds more secrets than meets the eye. So what makes the 1970 D Lincoln penny stand out? First off, it was minted in the middle of the coin collecting boom of the 20th century, with millions of collectors searching for errors and unique variations. Over 2.9 billion pennies were struck at Denver that year, but only a small fraction holds significant value today. Let me explain why. Side-by-side visuals of regular and error pennies. This is a rare and highly sought-after error. Look for doubling on the date, the word liberty, or in God we trust. These errors are a result of a misalignment during the die-making process. If part of the design is missing because the coin wasn't properly aligned in the press, you might have a valuable error. Some 1970 D pennies exhibit small date and large date varieties. The small date is slightly rarer and can be worth more, especially in mint condition, highlighting differences between small and large date coins with diagrams. Now, let's talk about the money. What's the current value of a 1970 D Lincoln penny? Most are worth face value or slightly more, around 5 to 10 cents. A double die obverse in high grade can sell for $500 to over $1,000 at auction. Rare off-center strikes or other dramatic errors can go for $1,000 to $2,000 or more, depending on the severity and condition. In fact, one rare 1970 D penny with a dramatic error sold for over $3,000 at auction. So, don't overlook those pennies in your jar. They might just be a gold mine. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to inspect the date and lettering for signs of doubling. Compare the date size to see if you have the rare small date variety. Look for off-center strikes or other unusual features. And remember, always have your coins authenticated and graded by a professional, like PCGS or NGC, to ensure their true value. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the 1970 D Lincoln penny is proof that even small change can hold big value. Check your coin collections, search through your piggy banks, and let us know in the comments if you found any rare 1970 D pennies. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more fascinating coin stories and tips. We're diving into the fascinating history of this penny and revealing what makes some of these coins incredibly valuable. Let's get started. Let's rewind to 1976, the year of America's bicentennial. While the nation celebrated 200 years of independence, the U.S. Mint quietly produced billions of Lincoln pennies. These coins were struck at two primary locations: the Philadelphia Mint, which didn't use a mint mark, and the Denver Mint, which added a D mint mark. The 1976 No Mint Mark penny, produced in Philadelphia, is part of the long-running Lincoln Cent series, introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The design, featuring Lincoln's profile on the obverse and the iconic wheat ears, later replaced by the Lincoln Memorial, was created by sculptor Victor David Brenner. But what makes the 1976 No Mint Mark penny so special? Stick around, and I'll explain why some of these coins are worth far more than their face value. The value of a 1976 penny depends on several factors, including its condition, rarity, and any unique errors it might have. Let's break it down. Coins in pristine condition, known as mint state, are highly sought after by collectors. A 1976 penny graded MS 67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can fetch hundreds, or even thousands of dollars at auction. This is where things get exciting. Error coins, like off-center strikes, double dies, or clipped planchets, can dramatically increase a penny's value. For example, a 1976 penny with a double die obverse, where the design appears doubled, can sell for thousands of dollars. Although Philadelphia didn't strike proof coins in 1976, some exceptionally well-preserved business strike coins can resemble proof-like quality, making them valuable. Cut to host on-screen : So, if you've got a 1976 penny lying around, grab a magnifying glass and check for those key features. Flawless condition or rare minting errors could mean you're holding a small fortune. Let's talk numbers. A regular 1976 No Mint Mark penny in circulated condition is typically worth just a few cents. However, high-grade specimens or error coins can be worth significantly more. One recent auction saw a 1976 No Mint Mark penny with a spectacular mint error sell for over $5,000. These hidden treasures could be out there just waiting for you to discover them. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to spot any doubling on the date or lettering. Check the coin surface for unusual features like cracks, cuds, or off-center strikes. Inspect the overall condition. Look for sharp details and minimal scratches. Once you've found a potential gem, consider sending it to a professional grading service for certification. This step can confirm its authenticity and maximize its value. So what are you waiting for? Check your pocket change, piggy banks, and old coin jars. You might just strike gold with a 1976 No Mint Mark penny. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss out on the latest coin collecting tips. Drop a comment below and let me know if you found any rare pennies recently. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 2018 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny. Believe it or not, some of these modern coins are selling for thousands of dollars. Curious to know why? Stick around because we'll uncover its history, unique features, and the secrets behind its skyrocketing value in the collector's market. Let's start with a little history. The 2018 Lincoln penny was minted as part of the ongoing Lincoln Cent series, which has been in production since 1909. This penny features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the Union Shield on the reverse, introduced in 2010 at the D-Mint Mark, tells us that these pennies were struck at the Denver Mint. In 2018, the Denver Mint produced over 4.3 billion Lincoln pennies, making this a relatively common coin on the surface. So, if billions were minted, how can a 2018 D penny be worth thousands of dollars? It's all about rarity within the common. Collectors are on the hunt for these include off-center strikes, die cracks, or double dies, where lettering or design elements appear double due to a minting mistake. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC in top conditions, such as MS67 or higher, are incredibly valuable. Even small imperfections lower a coin's grade and value. A flawless coin with a beautiful copper shine is worth much more than a dull or corroded penny. Now let's talk money. A 2018 D penny in ordinary circulated condition is only worth face value, just 1 cent. But rare examples have been auctioned for jaw-dropping prices. A pristine MS68, graded 2018 D penny recently sold for over $1,500 at auction. Mint errors like a double die or significant die crack have fetched $2,000 to $5,000 depending on the uniqueness and condition. The lesson here? Always check your pocket change. That ordinary-looking penny could be hiding some extraordinary value. Use a magnifying glass to look for doubling on letters or numbers, or cracks on the surface of the coin. If you suspect your penny is rare, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Use a coin holder or sleeve to prevent scratches and oxidation. Remember, condition is everything in numismatics. The 2018 D. Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how modern coins can still surprise us with their hidden value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, it's always worth taking a second look at the coins in your pocket or jar. Who knows, you might have a hidden treasure worth thousands. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting tips and discoveries. Drop a comment below if you found any valuable 2018 pennies or other hidden gems in your collection. We're diving into the story behind the 1988 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, a humble coin with a big secret that could make it worth thousands of dollars. First, let's talk history. The 1988 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which typically doesn't place a mint mark on their coins. Over 6 billion of these pennies were produced, so at first glance, they might seem like just another ordinary coin. But trust me, there's more to this penny than meets the eye. So what makes the 1988 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny stand out? It's all about those rare and unexpected errors. Collectors are on the lookout for specific variations, such as the close AM error and the 1988 transitional reverse. In 1988, a small batch of pennies was accidentally struck with the reverse die meant for the 1989 Lincoln penny. This die has subtle design differences, like the spacing between the letters in America on the reverse side. Instead of a small gap between the A and M, they're almost touching. This is what we call the close AM error. Grab your magnifying glass because spotting these details is critical. On a rare 1988 close AM penny, the letters A and M in America are nearly connected. Also, the designer's initials FG, near the base of the memorial building, might appear slightly different in spacing and font style. If you notice these details, you might just have struck gold, or in this case, copper. Now to the burning question, how much is it worth? While a regular 1988 no-mint Mark penny is worth face value, the rare error coins can fetch big bucks. In circulated condition, these coins might be worth $50 to $500, depending on the error and its visibility. But here's where it gets exciting. Uncirculated examples with a pristine close AM error have sold for thousands at auctions. One collector reportedly paid over $3,000 for a certified high-grade example. Think you might have one? Start by checking your pocket change, old coin jars, or even that forgotten stash of pennies in your attic. Carefully inspect any 1988 pennies using a magnifying glass or microscope. Look for the close AM error or any unusual features. And if you think you found one, get it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC to determine its true value. So, why are collectors so crazy about this penny? Rare errors like the 1988 close AM tell a story of human oversight and the intricate process of minting coins. It's not just about the monetary value. It's about owning a piece of history, a symbol of rarity that connects us to the past. Who knew a simple penny could hold so much value and history? So, don't overlook your spare change. You might just have a jackpot sitting in your pocket. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button for more coin collecting tips and treasures. Let us know in the comments if you found any rare coins lately. We're diving into the fascinating history and value of the 1965 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, an everyday coin that could change your life. Stick around to find out what makes this penny so valuable and how you can spot one. Show a vintage photo of the 1960s US Mint, followed by clips of coins being minted. Let's step back to 1965, a time when the United States Mint was in the middle of a coinage crisis. Silver was being removed from coins like quarters and dimes, and the mint needed to meet growing demand for smaller denominations. As a result, pennies from this year were struck without a mint mark, regardless of whether they were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. Unlike pennies struck in later years, the absence of a mint mark wasn't an error. It was standard practice for coins from the Philadelphia Mint during this period. But here's the kicker. Some of these 1965 pennies are worth far more than just 1 cent. Not all 1965 pennies are created equal. While billions of these coins were produced, certain factors make some of them worth thousands. These factors look for double die errors, where details like Lincoln's profile or the lettering appear doubled. A 1965 penny in pristine condition, graded MS-65 or higher, can fetch big bucks. Most pennies from this era were heavily circulated, so finding one in near-perfect condition is rare. Rare off-center strikes or coins struck on the wrong planchet can significantly increase the value. Show examples of error coins sold at auctions with price tags. Some of these error coins have sold at auctions for as much as $2,000 to $5,000. Imagine finding one of these gems in your collection. Examine the date and lettering under a magnifying glass for any signs of doubling. Check the coin's edges for off-center strikes or other unusual features. Look for pennies with a flawless or shiny surface, which indicates a higher grade. Consider sending your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to confirm its condition and value. Show someone using a magnifying glass and submitting a coin for grading. Typically worth 1 to 10 cents, unless they have unique errors. High grade condition, MS-65 or above $100 to $1,500, depending on demand. These can sell for $2,000 to $5,000 or more at auction. Collectors are always on the lookout for these coins, so don't overlook any 1965 penny you come across. Checking your spare change or piggy bank. Searching through rolls of pennies from banks. Attending local coin shows or estate sales. You never know where a rare penny might be hiding. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, the 1965 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is proof that small coins can have big value. Have you checked your pennies lately? Who knows? You might already own a fortune without even realizing it. Hey, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Did you know that a simple 1972 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny could be worth thousands of dollars? Yes, you heard that right. This seemingly ordinary coin has an extraordinary story, and today, we're diving into its fascinating history, what makes it valuable, and how you can spot one that could make you rich. Let's get started. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American coinage since 1909, honoring the legacy of President Abraham Lincoln. By 1972, millions of these pennies were being produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Unlike coins from Denver, D, or San Francisco, S, pennies from Philadelphia don't carry a mint mark. This is normal, not an error. However, what sets the 1972 no-mint Mark penny apart is a very specific error that makes it highly desirable among collectors. The key to the value lies in a minting mistake known as a double die obverse, or DDO for short. This error occurs when the coin's design is struck twice, but slightly off alignment. The result? A dramatic doubling effect on the lettering and sometimes even Lincoln's profile. Look closely at these letters. If you see clear doubling, you might just have a jackpot in your hands. The 1972 double die penny isn't just rare. It's iconic. Out of the 5.5 billion pennies struck that year, only a small fraction featured this error. And while there are several varieties of the 1972 DDO, the most valuable is called the FS101. This is the boldest and easiest to spot. Now, let's talk numbers. In circulated condition, these pennies can fetch anywhere from $100 to $300. But in mint state grades like MS-65 or higher, their value skyrockets into the thousands. In fact, one FS101 variety sold at auction for a whopping $14,400. Yes, a single penny worth over 14 grand. Look for doubling on the letters and date. It should weigh about 3.11 grams if it's genuine. If you suspect you found a valuable one, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for certification. And remember, handle your coins carefully. Use gloves and store them in protective holders to maintain their condition. You don't have to be a millionaire to find one of these valuable pennies. Check your spare change, old coin jars, and even bank-wrapped rolls. Who knows? Your next big find could be hiding right under your nose. That's all for today, folks. The 1972 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is proof that even the smallest coins can hold huge value. So, grab your magnifying glass and start searching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin tips and hidden treasures. We're diving into the 1969 D-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a small coin with a big story, and in some cases, a big price tag worth thousands of dollars. So, grab your magnifying glasses and let's get started. The 1969 D penny was struck at the Denver Mint, which proudly added the D Mint mark to distinguish these coins. In 1969, the U.S. was at the height of the space race, Woodstock was rocking the nation, and penny production was booming to meet the needs of a growing economy. Over 4 billion of these pennies were minted, making them relatively common at the time. But what makes this coin so special today? While most 1969 D pennies are worth only face value, some rare variations, errors, and high-grade examples can fetch thousands of dollars. This coin features the classic design by Victor David Brenner, which was introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. On the obverse, we have the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln, and on the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial. If you look closely, you'll see the D Mint mark just below the year 1969, indicating it was minted in Denver. Pennies in near-perfect condition, graded MS 65 or higher, can fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars at auctions. Misstrikes or unusual minting defects can significantly increase value. Although most double die varieties for this year are found on the no-mint mark 1969 penny, some collectors are on the lookout for any similar anomalies on the 1969 D. A 1969 D penny graded MS 67 red recently sold for over $6,000 at auction. Why? Its flawless condition and brilliant red luster make it a collector's dream. Make sure the D Mint mark is well defined. Check the date, lettering, and Lincoln's profile for any signs of doubling. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition hold the most value. Look for coins with sharp details, no scratches, and vibrant red color. If you think your coin is special, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for certification. Valued between $50 and $150, prices soar to $5,000 to $6,000, or even more in auctions. And who knows? If you discover a rare error or a unique variety, you might just hit the jackpot. These pennies can still be found in circulation today, so keep an eye out when checking your spare change. Also, hunt through old coin rolls, bank bags, and even garage sales. You never know where treasure might be hiding. Remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes it's worth more than you'd ever imagine. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more amazing coin stories, and comment below if you found a 1969 D penny worth something special. We're going to dive into one of the most sought-after pennies in the U.S., the 1964 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. You might be surprised to learn how much this little coin could be worth today. Let's get started. Let's begin with a quick history lesson. The 1964 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial series, which was introduced in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. This penny features a portrait of Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse, you'll find the famous Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The 1964 D penny was struck at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D Mint mark. 1964 was a significant year for U.S. coinage. Not only was it the last year for silver quarters, half dollars, and dimes, but it also marked the year when the U.S. Mint saw some of its largest coin production numbers ever. The 1964 D Lincoln penny had a massive mintage of over 4 billion coins, which means, in general, it was produced in high quantities. But don't be fooled. While most of these pennies are relatively common, certain factors make the 1964 D penny valuable today. So, what makes some of these pennies worth thousands of dollars? Well, a 1964 D penny can be worth much more than face value if it has specific errors or features. Let's break down a few key things that collectors look for. One of the most famous error types is the double die obverse. This occurs when the die that strikes the penny is misaligned, resulting in a doubled image of Lincoln's portrait or the lettering. These double die errors can fetch anywhere from hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on their condition. Another valuable variety is the repunched mint mark error. Sometimes the D mint mark was struck multiple times, creating a noticeable error on the coin. Pennies with this error are also highly sought after by collectors. Of course, condition plays a huge role in determining a penny's value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with MS 65 and higher being considered in mint or near-perfect condition. The better the condition of your 1964 D penny, the more likely it is to be worth a significant amount. Now, for the big question, how much is a 1964 D penny worth today? Well, regular 1964 D pennies in circulated condition are worth only a few cents above face value, maybe $1 or $2. However, those with notable errors or in mint condition can be worth much more. Cut to an image of a double die obverse 1964 D penny graded MS 67. Some error coins, like the 1964 D double die penny in MS 67 condition, have sold for thousands of dollars at auction. These rare finds are extremely valuable due to their scarcity and unique characteristics. It's not uncommon for high-grade, error-free 1964 D pennies to sell for upwards of $500, and some specific varieties can reach the $1,000 or $2,000 mark. Now that you know what to look for, how can you check your own collection? Start by inspecting the mint mark carefully for any signs of a doubling error or repunching. Look at the details of Lincoln's portrait and check for any signs of misalignment or doubling. If you have a coin that you think might be valuable, consider getting it professionally graded. Camera zooms out, the host smiles and gives a thumbs up. So there you have it. The 1964 D Lincoln 1-cent penny may seem like just another ordinary coin, but with the right conditions or errors, it can be a hidden treasure worth thousands of dollars. If you find one of these rarities, be sure to get it checked and graded. You never know what it's worth until you take a closer look. We're diving deep into the fascinating history of the 1960 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, uncovering its secrets, and explaining why certain ones can fetch a fortune. Let's rewind to 1960. This was a year when the Denver Mint struck over 1.58 billion Lincoln pennies with the iconic D Mint mark. These coins feature Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design introduced by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The reverse still carried the beloved wheat ears design, which would soon be replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. But what makes the 1960 D penny special? It's the story of its small date and large date varieties, an error that has collectors buzzing to this day. The 1960 pennies come in two date varieties, small date and large date. The difference lies in the size and positioning of the numbers in the date. Look closely. The 6 and 0 on the small date are more compact and sit higher than on the large date. Among these, the 1960 D small date variety is the star of the show. It was minted in far fewer numbers, making it much rarer and highly sought after by collectors. Doubled die obverse, where the design elements are struck twice, creating a doubled appearance. A D struck multiple times in slightly different positions. These errors can significantly increase the value of the coin, especially when graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC. A 1960 D small date in uncirculated condition can sell for $50 to $150. A small date with a repunched mint mark? That could fetch $500 or more. And if you're lucky enough to own a high-grade specimen with a rare error, such as a double die, these can be worth thousands of dollars. For example, an graded small date recently sold for over $6,000 at auction. Look closely to see if it's a small date or large date. Use a magnifying glass to spot doubling or repunched mint marks. Professional grading can reveal the coin's true value and boost its marketability. The 1960 D penny is a reminder that even the smallest coins can have a big story, and sometimes a big price tag. So, check your change, raid your piggy banks, and see if you've got one of these hidden treasures lying around. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more exciting coin discoveries. Share your finds in the comments below. Who knows, you might just inspire the next big coin story. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1966 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. Its history, how it was made, and why some of these coins can fetch such jaw-dropping prices at auctions. Let's get started. The 1966 Lincoln penny was minted during an era of change for U.S. coins. The mid-1960s marked the peak of a nationwide coin shortage, leading the U.S. Mint to make some unusual decisions. To combat hoarding, the Mint temporarily removed mint marks from all coins produced between 1965 and 1967. That's why the 1966 penny has no mint mark, regardless of whether it was struck in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. Despite being a common coin at first glance, there are rare examples of the 1966 Lincoln penny that have collectors and investors bidding sky-high prices. Why? Keep watching to find out. First, let's talk about identifying your 1966 penny. It features Abraham Lincoln's profile on the front, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909. On the back, you'll see the Lincoln Memorial, which replaced the original wheat ears design in 1959. Check carefully. There's no mint mark under the date. A crisp strike and a strong definition of Lincoln's profile can hint at higher value. But don't forget to inspect the coin's condition and any unusual features. Now, let's get into what really makes a 1966 penny worth thousands of dollars. It all comes down to two main factors: condition and rarity. Coins graded by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can be worth significantly more. If your penny is in mint state, MS, meaning it's uncirculated and flawless, it could fetch a premium price. A 1966 Lincoln penny in MS-67 condition has sold for over $5,000 at auction. These occur when the design is struck twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect. Tiny imperfections in the coin's surface caused during production. Coins that weren't struck perfectly in the center. Some of these errors can push the value of a 1966 penny into the thousands. Don't forget to grab a magnifying glass and inspect your coin carefully. Who knows what you might find? A circulated 1966 penny is typically worth face value or just a few cents. Uncirculated examples in top condition can range from $20 to $200. Rare error coins, or those graded MS-67 or higher, you're looking at prices between $1,000 and $5,000, or even more. In 2023, a stunning 1966 penny graded MS-67 by PCGS sold for an incredible $5,750 at auction. Search old coin rolls or jars. Many hidden gems are still out there. Visit flea markets or estate sales. You'd be surprised at what people overlook. Get your coin professionally graded. This adds credibility and boosts its value. And when you're ready to sell, consider auction houses, online platforms like eBay, or coin dealer shops. Just make sure to do your research and avoid scammers. So there you have it, the 1966 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny might just be your ticket to a small fortune. Check your coin collection today. You never know what you'll uncover.